Hey Sainers, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Hope you've all had an awesome week so far. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera and his Brownlow chances. Personally, I think top 5, top 10 is absolutely on the card. Some people think he's a smoky to actually get the win, but we're going to go through every game of St Kilda season and we're going to tally up what we think the votes are going to be. Please put in the comments how many votes you think he's going to poll and where you think he's going to end up. I think it's going to be a very interesting last 10 games of the season when he goes absolutely berserk. He might, at the end of the night, be wearing that medal around his neck. Now, maybe we're dreaming, but I'd rather dream than not. So let's get straight into it. This is what we've got. This is the ladder predictor. The Brownlow predictor as it stands. The AFL have Jordan Dawson just pipping Nick Dacos and Bailey Smith of the medal. There could be a three-way tie there. Could be maybe 2 Brownlow medalists next week. Who knows? But Noah Anderson's there as well. He's another one that a lot of people think is a big chance. Personally, I think it's going to be very hard to beat Nick Dacos, but we've seen in years gone by that the Brownlow can throw a little spanner in the works. So let's go to Naz. So Naz, this is kind of where they've predicted him to do the damage. 5 best on grounds in a row. 6 in his last 9 games or something like that. So they think he's going to poll very well, probably better than anyone in that last 6 or 7 weeks, although Bailey Smith comes home very strong. Nick Dacos doesn't. But Bailey Smith, I think, starts the season really well on top of it. And then there's an argument to be had. Maybe Noah Anderson and Matt Rowell still votes off each other, and that opens the door for someone like a Naz, perhaps, because obviously he doesn't have a whole lot of competition in the side, and that could be, yeah. And he stands out to the umpire. We always know that certain players stand out to the umpires, and he's absolutely one. He's had some moments in games, even when I feel like his games aren't a 3-vote game or a 2-vote game. He does something really special, and that might be enough for to catch the umpire's eye and realize, okay, maybe he's the most influential player on the ground right now, and that recency bias maybe sticks in the umpire's head and he gets the vote. So we'll see. We'll go through every game, but this is what they think. So they think he's 7 votes off top. Last year we saw Cripper and Dacos get record numbers. I'm not sure it's going to be the case this season, but we will see. So let's go through it. I've got my little Naz votes there on the screen, so we'll just tally it up as we go. I don't really think there's any point looking at this game, to be honest, but we'll do it anyway. Do the due diligence. Dawson definitely gets a 3. We got done by 10 goals? Naz, funnily enough, kicked a goal, had 27, 571 metres gained, our number 1 ranked player on the ground. But you're not, Rankin could get 1, Saligo 2, Dawson 3. I can't imagine we'll get any votes in this game. So let's just keep it at 0 for this game. Let's go to the Geelong game. We had a lot of players play really well that day. Jack McRae probably gets 3. Rowan Marshall had a monster day. Mason Wood had there's too many players there probably to be ahead to get votes. Naz all the way there. 29, still a very good day at the office. That is second most for St Kilda on the day. Most meters gained in the teams for a St Kilda player. So maybe, but I'm going to go with my gut and say 0 for that one as well. So not a great start. Richmond, round 3. Okay. We win that game comfortably. Jack Sinclair will get the 3. 40 absolutely gets the 3. Rowan Marshall had a monster day again. 23, 22 hitouts and a goal. So he probably gets 2 or 1. And then it's really a battle of Jack McRae and Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera for the votes. But he also got 9 clearances, McRae, and obviously Naz hadn't played in the midfield at that point, so I'm going to say 0 again. But that could easily be a 1. That could easily be a 1 vote game. Okay, round 4. Surely there's something here. We won the game. Horn Francis is going to get votes. Kick 3. Mitch Georgiades might. Bergman had a good day. Sinclair. But we won. So do they ignore some of the Port boys? 25 and a goal. 5'10". Meters gained. We won the game. He kicked a ripper goal as well. I'm going to call it. I'm just going to go with just, I guess, how the AFL tend to run these games. We're going to give him 1 vote. Let's give him 1 vote for that one. Doing this on the fly, so bear with me. Let's just go 1. Round 5. We lost by 28 points. 3 goals, 24 disposals, 673 metres gained, the most on the ground. Green's going to get 3. Sink's 26 and 1. He had 24 and 3. 27 and 1, 33. I think he's stiff. I think he almost gets 1 again, but we lost by 5 goals. But 24 and 3 is a great day at the office. But we lost. So I'm going to go 0. If anything, it evens out. If he doesn't get 1 vote in the last game against Port, maybe he sneaks 1 here and the net result is 1 vote out of those 2. So let's just go with that and keep him at 1. Hate that it keeps scrolling back. He's definitely not getting votes in a 71-point demolition. He had not a shocker, but a quiet one, so nothing there. Brisbane, we lost by 45. I can't imagine, although, 31 and 3, that's 3 votes. 24 and 3, that's 2 votes. And then they've got Zorko as well, so I think he's stiff, but that's the annoying part. He's actually, if we had have won and he'll at least been better in some of these games, he probably has another 3 or 4 votes on the board at this point. But because we're losing these games comfortably, despite him having a ripper, 32-1, most meters gained again, 4 clearances, 6 marks, and a goal. I just think, Brisbane were too comfortable that day. So let's move on. Okay. A big win. How did he go? Damn. 28. Most meters gained. Second most. McRae is going to get the votes. 38 there. 14 clearances. Monster day for Jack McRae. Cal Wilkie, 24 and 14 marks. Steele, 22 and 11 tackles with the goal. Cooper Sharman kicked 4. I think he's stiff to miss again. I don't think he gets votes in that one as well. I think I'm being worse than the predictor at the moment. I don't know. All right, Carlton. We lost. Geez, we lose the next 2. Is he going to poll in any of these? 30. We only lost marginally. 38 marks. He did start like a house on fire in this game. I'm going to give him 1. I think he'll be the one Saint to get votes in that game. Let's give him 1. I can't believe he's only on 2 votes and we're up to round 10. I feel like I'm being really harsh on Naz. This was a absolute shocker. Yeah, so Marshall sinks very well. Naz, no votes there. Why did it jump? Jumped really far ahead there. Sorry about that. Another loss to the Suns in round 11. That's a big day. Real had a big day. Anderson, 36. 719. But he got 900 meters gained. Most disposals on the ground. Most meters gained. Kicked a goal. we only lose by 19, and I think that was late in the game from memory. 40 to 59, 80 to 61. It was pretty... Jeez. See, that to me is a 3-vote game. What did they give him in the predictor? So this is round 11. Round 11. Wait, is that it there? No. Collingwood, Bulldogs. Oh, no, we haven't had the bye yet. 2. In a loss. Yeah, okay. I'll back the predictor there. Let's give him 2. So he's on 4. Which isn't far off kind of where we've got him. So we're pretty close on that front. Let's swing back. Oh, that's annoying. Melbourne, we win. 28 points. Just before the bye. Very, very good win, that one. 29, 795 metres gained, 3 tackles, 2 clearances. We know Windy's going to probably get votes because he kept Cozzy very quiet. That was a big day for him. Brad Hill was good. Cal Wilkie, 31 and 15. 25. You know what? Someone here is going to miss out, and I reckon he's going to get 1. I think he got 1 in the predictor. Yeah. I agree with that. I think he's going to get 1 in this one. That's 5. Okay. What the hell's going on here? Where are we? Okay, so we have the bye. We get spanked. He's not getting votes in that. I can't remember the Collingwood game. If he played well... Okay, he played pretty well. 35, 632 metres gained. Nick Dacos was down here. They'll probably give votes to Dacos in this one because of the Windy tag and his late goal. Probably recency bias there. But Naz was by far our best player. But we did lose by 5 goals. So, you know what? I'm going to go 2. I'm going to give him 2. 35. I feel like that's such a big game. Lipinski was good though. 26 and 2. Das. So let's say that Lipinski or Cameron gets 3, maybe. Crisp, 1 goal and 16. He had 10 tackles, but I don't think he's getting votes. Pendlebury, I don't think he's getting votes. Dacos might sneak one. I'm going to I'll go 1. I'll give him 1. I still think that could be a 2. So he's on 6. Not looking good. Well, this is kind of where things turn now, though. Fremantle, 28, a goal. Jordan Clark was excellent. Jackson came to life late. So did Darcy, so I can't imagine they might poll 1. Brayshaw was good, but I don't think he was better than Naz. 28 and a goal, 796 metres gained, 7 marks. I'm going to give him 2. Because we only lost late. We were leading 10 minutes into the last quarter. So I think that's a game that he could easily, poll a couple. I don't even need to look at this one, but I know he's going to get 3 because he had one of the biggest days at the office ever. 1,000 metres gained, 43 disposals, could have kicked 3, 6 marks, 4 clearances. That's a 3-voter. I think this is when it starts. So that takes him to 11. Maybe I can just do new tab, can I? Sydney. Yeah, that's way better. Sydney. Didn't poll. He only got 24, so no-go zone there. Geelong, I think he gets 3 in this one. I know we lost, but this was the game where 2 goals, 36 disposals, 8 marks, 4 tackles, 642 metres gained, 10 clearances, which was the most on the ground by 4. That's a 3-voter. That's probably the most obvious 3-voter so far. Melbourne, do I need to look? We know he gets 3. Yes, he gets 3. 4 goals. What a ripper day that was. that's the Naz game. That's the Naz. I mean, he was already announcing himself, but that was the real announcement of, Jesus, this guy is special. This guy is a special talent, and we need to retain him. And that was really what just shook the AFL world, took it by storm, that game. So that's 3. Couldn't be easier. So that takes him to 17 at this point. Let's go North Melbourne. Again, another game I can't really remember. Although he had 36. We did win. Oh, and he spun. That was the game where Windy got the hands, the 1-2, and he spun, took 3 bounces and hit Max Hall in the 50. 9 clearances. This is kind of, I think this is where the Naz bias will begin. You know, I don't think he probably had the greatest game, but I still think he gets 3 in this one. 20. Okay. Richmond at the G. I think 30-1, 33-1, 32, 21, 29, 16 marks. I think he got the medal, Cal Wilkie, so you'd think he gets the 3. 100%, yeah. And it wasn't a great game in terms of attacking, and it was more holding up in defense, and he definitely did that. I think Cal Wilkie's going to pip him here, and I think that's going to be dramatic. I think he's going to get 3. He's going to get 2. Although, what did the predictor do? They gave him 3. Maybe the medal's different. Maybe it's I guess the umpires didn't vote on the medal, did they? All right, we'll give him 3. But I have a gut feeling it's going to be 2 on the night, and it's going to stop his run. Essendon, I think he gets 3 again. No. 24-1. Well, see, like, there is see, how does he get... I just can't imagine he gets 3 off 24, 1 and 5 when McGrath had a huge day, Redmond had a huge day, Marshall had a big day, so did Gar. I mean, he's probably our most damaging player. I just don't see that being a 3. But again, is this that sort of game where he's in that groove and he's just got the headlines and people are just going to be focused on him? I'm going to give him 2. I don't even think he gets votes in this game, but if they're giving him a 3, I think that's very generous. I'm going to go 2, 25. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough. And the Giants game, what did he do? They're not giving him votes in this one, but he had 23, kicked 3. We only lost by 9, but yeah, Whitfield was great. Marshall was great. Wilson's kicked 5 and had 23, so he's our best player. Sinclair had 34, 4 goals, 17 for Toby. Yeah, he's not polling in this one. So that's 25 votes. Okay, so I've got him on 25. I still think there's some games earlier in the season where he might poll. It wouldn't surprise me if they give him 3 for this one, but I just think that run where they give him 5 in a row, I see one of them being 3. I see one of them being a 2 or a 1, and it's a surprise. But again, we've seen in games like that, he's had 27-1, 29, 25 and a goal, 25, 32 and a goal, 28, 27. So even in these look at that, that's a non-vote game. We get done 31-1 and 5 clearances, 35 and 3 clearances, 28 and a goal, 24 and 3 clearances. So out of all of the ones where he is not supposed to poll, he's still having about 27 plus and kicking a goal in most of them. So it would not surprise me if he gets it. But I just realized we've actually matched the predictor all the way. 25 they've given him. But that doesn't mean he can't maybe not win it, but maybe top 3, top 5. Depends on, I guess, Anderson and Rao. I don't know if Gawn polls that much. I know he had an excellent season, but I just don't see Max Gawn polling 27. That seems like a lot for a ruck, but he is All-Australian for a reason. But 25 votes, that's what it says. That's where we got to. Let me know in the comments, Saners, Where do you think Naz is going to finish in the Brownlow? I'm kind of planning on doing a bit of a Brownlow watch along to make it a little interesting and see how we go. So yeah, if you want to tune in, put in the comments. Let me know. Do you think a Brownlow watch along would be a fun idea? Maybe suit up for it and just enjoy the night. Although there's a lot of just crap talk. You know, the Brownlow takes about 3 hours for the count to start, so it's going to be a long night if I do it. But let me know if you're interested. I will do it if you're keen on it. But yeah, put in the comments. Let me know how you think Naz is going to go. How many votes do you think he'll poll? No doubt, you know, if his form like next year starts off the way he finished this year, he's an absolute chance of winning the Brownlow in years to come. If it's not this year, I think it's going to happen at some point, which is really exciting to say. So thanks very much, Saners. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care. And as always, go you mighty Saners. See you guys.